Here's what you need to do if you're struggling to lose that last bit of fat. I lost my last bit of fat this year, so I will go over the 3 steps I follow to do it so you can do the same. The first step was fixing my diet. So when I wanted to lose fat before the summer, I started with having less calories, and I did that by cutting out empty calories. So that was foods that were pretty high in calories but didn't really give me anything. They didn't have any protein that helped me with like losing fat or building muscles. So they were just like useless. I would be the same if I just didn't eat those foods. So it was bread, peanut butter, nuts, and also sauces. So those were the foods I stopped having, especially peanut butter and nuts. They are very calorie dense. That was the first thing I cut out. And just like that, I got in less calories every day. And I saw the difference after a few weeks that I was losing more fat by just avoiding those calorie dense foods and those unnecessary foods that I didn't really need to have. And then I also focused much more on protein and having more protein and less carbs, because protein, it burns calories, it makes us feel full, and it helps us build muscle. And all those things helps with losing fat. If you get in less calories, then you will lose fat. If you are full, you will eat less, so you also get in less calories. And when you build muscles, you burn more calories. All those things help us be in a calorie deficit, and that's what you need to like lose fat. Eat less calories than you burn. That's the simple formula. So I focused on things that helped me do that. I didn't track my calories because I never really needed to do it, so this time I didn't do it. I just followed these principles of cutting out calorie dense foods, then having more protein. 70% of my plates with protein, high protein foods. So like meat and eggs. Meat, steak, ground beef, chicken, eggs. Then eggs are also high in protein. And also Greek yogurt and cottage cheese are high in protein. So I started having those also, together with like my lunch or dinner. And that Greek yogurt was great to have instead of sauces. So before I could have like really like calorie dense sauces when I was eating, let's say, chicken. But then I started having Greek yogurt. 0% fat Greek yogurt. High in protein, low in calories, worked great to have like as a sauce to make my meals a bit more enjoyable. Start having 60-70% of your plates with protein now. I know you're probably having much less right now, probably like 30% of your plates with high protein foods. So it will be a big change. Completely understand that, and it can be a bit like uncomfortable at the start, but after time you will get used to it. Start slowly to just adapt of eating more protein and less carbs. Because if you're gonna eat more protein, you need to eat less carbs. So you still like eat the same amount of food you're doing right now, but you're just having more high protein foods on your plate and less of the carbs like pasta, rice, potatoes. And chicken is great for this because it's high in protein and it's low in calories. So you can still have pretty solid like portions of food if you have like chicken compared to like ground beef or like steak, which is a bit more calories. But those foods are still great. But if you want to eat a lot and like solid portions, make sure you're full, then have chicken. Ground chicken, chicken breast, those are my favorites, but not fried chicken. And then to help you have like these high protein meals, just find a few meals you like. For me, it's like ground beef, rice, ground beef and tortilla bread, steak and potatoes. So I used to have those like pretty often because I enjoy them. They give me like good results. They give me protein, not that high in calories. They are good and they taste good. Why should I eat something else? So find like a few high protein meals you enjoy that are easy to make, and just have them like over and over. So you don't really need to think about what you're gonna eat. And then the third thing I did with my diet was I started eating 3 times a day only. Before I could have some snacks in between my meals, but I started having only breakfast, lunch and dinner. Nothing else, nothing in between. And that also kept my calorie intake low. And after doing that, I realized I was still not losing that much fat. Yeah, I started losing more, but I still had some fat, even though I was eating less calories, eating 3 times a day. And then I realized when I'm eating too much. I'm having like 2 plates to lunch, 2 plates to dinner. So I changed to just eating 1 plate of food to lunch, 1 plate to dinner. Yeah, 1 portion. And that helped me. So that's a rule I'm following now to like stay lean. Just 1 portion so I don't get in too much calories. So that's how I fix my diet. Cutting out calorie dense foods, eating 70% of my plates with protein, and then eating 3 times a day one plate of food. It's a very simple approach. If you are a busy man, like you are a busy entrepreneur or executive, then this like approach to diet work very good for you. You can still have those business dinners, dinner with your family, but you just change how much you eat, eating a bit less and just eating like more protein than carbs, then avoiding having things in between. And if you're a busy entrepreneur, executive or professional, and you want help with losing fat, building muscles, increasing your energy without sacrificing your business or work, then you can get a free coaching call with me right now. Just click the top link in the description, something I'm doing for my followers. I've gotten really good feedback. The second step was fixing my exercise, because diet will do a lot. Losing fat and losing the last bit of fat is mainly gonna be diet. You need to have a clean diet. I didn't mention this before, but yeah, you should avoid junk food, alcohol. That's not something I have like eaten in a long time, so it wasn't something I needed to fix this summer. But if you're eating junk food, drinking alcohol, you need to quit it. It destroys your like fat loss, making it so much harder. But yeah, fixing your diet is like 90%, 80% of losing fat. But then doing cardio will speed it up. It will make it easier to lose that last bit of fat. Something I started doing was I started running 2 to 3 times a week for 20 minutes. And that helped me lose that last bit of fat. Because when you do cardio, you're moving, you're burning calories, and you're also improving your metabolism and making your body burn calories like when it's resting, when you're not even exercising. That's very powerful. And some exercise can make you keep the hunger down, like walking. Personally, I did like running, but for you, if you have some fat to lose, then walking is better, because it's something you can do daily and it won't like hurt your knees or like back joints that running can do. And it's pretty low effort. So start walking 60 minutes a day. That's a good amount. I know it's a lot, and if you have a busy job or you're working on your business a lot, I know this is time demanding. But it's like, if you don't make sacrifices for your body becomes a sacrifice. Either you put in the work, yeah, you lose fat, or you don't do it. You just need to put in the work. But there are ways you can get those 60 minutes done easier. So if you work at a desk, you can get a walking pad, basically a under desk like treadmill. So you can walk at it when you have meetings, calls, or even when you typing on the computer. And you can do so the computer writes when you talk. So that's something you can do. And remember, it's only like 60 minutes a day at least. So if you have like a meeting every day, that's 60 minutes, then just walk for that. Or you start your day with 60 minutes of working while you're walking. So that's if you work at a desk and you have the possibility to get a walking pad. I really recommend it. I might get one myself soon, but I'm moving a lot without it. But it's definitely something I'm considering. And if you can't have that walking pad, then choose a time like throughout the day you're gonna walk at. It can be like 4 p.m., 60-minute walk, or in the morning, or you do 30 minutes in the morning, 30 minutes in the afternoon, or after lunch you go for a 60-minute walk. But like, just choose a time and be consistent with it. Getting those steps in will really help you. And something also that is very powerful with walking is if you binge eat, or you stress eat, or even like drink alcohol because you wanna relax after a long day of work, then walking is great to stop doing that. Because when you walk, you get relaxed. You walk in nature, you get some fresh air. It will like keep your hunger down, but also make you like relax. That alcohol or that like ice cream will do later in the night. Go for like a late night walk. I have done it lately, and it's nice. Just without your phone, 10 minutes, 5-10 minutes is enough. Try it out next time you want to like eat something when you're stressed out or have a drink. Go for a walk. The last step is fixing your sleep. So when I had fixed my diet and I was doing cardio, I was starting to get some like solid abs, but I still wasn't satisfied with them. I had a bit more fat to lose. And that's when I realized I need to fix my sleep, because I was only sleeping like 6 hours. I was eating good, I was training, good, doing a lot of cardio, but I was only sleeping like 5-6 hours, and that was holding me back. And so I've really focused on fixing my sleep, started having 7 hours, 7.5, even 8 hours a few days. And after 2 weeks, I lost that last bit of fat, and I finally had the good abs I wanted to have. So I realized sleep is very powerful. It's super boring, I know, and yeah, you'd rather like stay up a bit later, but it's powerful. Like it is what it is. It works. So start getting at least 7 hours a night is a must. And yeah, personally, I'm trying to get up to like 7.5, 8 hours right now because I know the benefits of it. It's very powerful. But for you, if you're working a lot, try and get up to 7 hours. You're probably at 6 hours right now, somewhere around there. Try to get to like 7 hours every day, and make it like a non-negotiable. Something that has helped me is going to bed at the same time every day and waking up at the same time. So my body like get used to it, and it's easier to be consistent with it when it's just like a routine, and when you do something at the same time every day. And also start preparing 30 minutes before the time you go to bed. Stop working, go like brush your teeth, maybe go say good night to like your children, send a last email, plan the next day, right when you're gonna go for that 60-minute walk. That will help you. So try that out, it will help you. And if it happens to that you only get like 5 hours, 6 hours of sleep a few nights, then analyze why. I can tell you sleep 7 hours, but it's not that easy to just go sleep 7 hours. It's a lot of things that can happen. It's something, if you're sleeping less than 7 hours after this video, even though like you're trying, then ask yourself why. Is it that you find it hard to fall asleep? Do you wake up in the middle of the night and stay awake for an hour? Do your children wake you up early? Do you stay up late and do some like extra work? You need to find the like root cause and then fix it. And using AI for this is really powerful. Like AI, like ChatGPT or Grok from Elon Musk, they're good. Like they're really powerful. I use them all the time to ask about feedback. Like just yesterday, I got a bit of pain in my shoulder, and I asked like, yeah, what should I do? What is the cause of this? And I learned like just like that, 2 minutes, what happened, and now I have a plan on like how I'm gonna fix it in the next like 1-2 weeks. Ask AI, like my kid woke me up at 5 a.m. What should I do so I can sleep longer? Then it will give you like a pretty good solution you can try out. But this is how you will lose that last bit of fat: your diet, your training, and your sleep. And if you are a busy entrepreneur, executive, or professional, and you thought this video was helpful and you want some personal help, you can get that on a free coaching call right now. I will help you out with losing fat, building muscles, increasing your energy. I have over 20 video testimonials of people I have helped, and these calls especially have gotten really good feedback. So you just click the top in the description, book a time that fits you good if you're interested, and then watch this video right here. My honest advice to someone who wants to lose belly fat: get jacked, brother. Bah!